Yeah, hi everyone. Very good evening. Welcome back to the session. So yesterday we understood about the concepts called what is a cloud actually, how we can work it out with respect to a cloud. What is CSP, CD, I mean CNP and these kind of things, right? That what is CC and CB, right? So, and also we come to know there is something known as resource group and subscription that we have understood. Even I created one enter ID for Tanya button. So, like we have some operations that we can do. So now the concern is all about again. So there is something known as again. People might already be in this particular groups creation of this resource groups and all, but still we should know something about the resource group in a deeper side as well as we will give some configure. We will configure some groups within the this particular Azure portal, and we will create some kind of this particular multiple resource group and multiple user groups, and we will give some permissions across the thing, so that basically my concern is with they will actually create a kind of you people can connect log in into this particular machine to access those things, right? So I will start creating some groups, right? So for that what I need to do, I need to simply go to my resource group. Yesterday I created an operations. Okay, so I do one thing. Let it be leave it as it is. I'll create two groups. Okay, I'll do resource group. One is in the name of CASD group one, that is CASD one, and the other one is CASD two. Okay, so where people can connect to each other, and you can even go with this. Okay, I'll first create a group called CASD one, and the other one is something like CASD two. Okay, CASD two. Review and create. I'm just directly going in. Okay, so we need not to go next, and okay, if there is any requirement, then only we can do. So now we have a CASD1, CASD2, and I will create now in the enter ID, I will create a group. Okay, I'll create a group called CASD1 users, CASD2 users. Okay, so one user is something like, it's, I can say, yeah, it is group type is security. It is something like CASD1 users. Right now I'm not giving anything. This is these are, are the users who can access CASD one resource group. Okay, I'll copy this, and right now I'm not creating anything owners, members, and all. Just I'll create one group is created. Okay, so in the enter ID I come, I created a one group, right? Once you refresh, you will find it will take some time. Okay, once you see it's run. Okay, now the second one again, another one, that is something like CASD SD two users. Okay, then this can access series D2 group. Okay, now I'll create another one also. Right, these two is ready now. When I refresh, we have created first resource groups where there is a CSD1 and CSD2, and followed by in the enter ID I created two group of users. Now I will create users who will part and parcel of CSD1 and CSD2. Okay, for that what I'll do, I'll simply go back to my enter ID once again. Here I create a user. Already there is a user, right? Tanya is there, right? I will assign Tanya to this particular group. Now how? I'll simply select this. There's a manage view, and or else I'll simply go to this I'll manage user settings. Now I can add here. Okay, there is instead of this from here, it's much better. I'll go to the sorry resource groups. Sorry, enter ID groups. So let's say CSD user one group. So I want to add the people like, I want to add group owner first. Okay. So right now there's no one is there, so I will add a group owner. Now who is the owner? The first one is called Tanya is the group owner for this. Okay. Now I have added Tanya as the owner for this particular group. Okay. Now when I see, you can see here in the Tanya in this particular CASD01 group, you can even identify there is a one user. Okay, you can see there is a one user is there, and you can add so many members also. Okay, so now what I'll do for CASD2 user, I'll create myself as a owner. Okay, for CASD2 users, I'm creating owner as myself so that at least uh, you know select, right. I am now the owner of CASD users group. Okay. So later you can add, you can give so many privileges different. Group is group owner is different and the privilege is different. If you are the group owner, you can add and remove others also, right? You can add and remove from this particular group. If you are a member, you cannot add and remove, right? So this is what's the difference between a owner and a group. Right now, when I refresh, of course, it will take some time to come up. So members, you can see owners. The owners, you can see there's one user, and total members is something like one in total. There are how many users total? One user as of now. You can add, if you add one more member, then it will become two users. Okay. Yes. See, total members is right now zero, but no worry. You can see you can add a group membership also. Like I can say this membership is a part and parcel of again another groups. You can keep another groups as a part and parcel of this, but right now I'm not adding. So there are some users is part and parcel of this, and the other users also having some part and parcel of some users. Now what I want to do is I want to give only access. Let's say I go to resource group now. I want to give access to CSD1 group to CSD1 users, CSD2 to CSD2 users. Okay. First, I'll go to CSD1 and there is something called IAM, Access Control Management. Okay. When I click on this, you can see who can access, check access, who can access, roles, administrators, everything, right? So you can assign here role assignment, role, check view my access. So I have my access, but I want to give some roles, right? Let's say owner role. Owner role, I want to give it to some people, right? Now, if I select this and role assignments is right now, no one is there. So what I'll do, I'll simply add uh, a co-owners, let's say, add a co-owner. Why? Subscription level is added, right? Okay. So let's say contributor. Consider a contributor. You can click here. There's a option, right? Now here you can add permissions. So what I want to click is simply uh, you can see the contributor permission, what he can do, and all that you can see here. Okay, right? So you can add a group and and all these things, or user group and all. Let's just see a SD users. So right now there is no roles for that. Okay. Do you have any eligibility and all also that you can check here? Okay. So later what I want to do is something like I want to assign the role here. I want to assign full permission to that particular group. So for that, what I'll do simply uh, add a role assignment like reader. Now when I click reader, there's an option called members, right? Or let's say I'll put something like contributor only. Exclusive contributor, or let's say co-owner, whatever that you can. Let's say I click here, so contributor is a good option, right? So contributor, there's an option called a member. Okay. Now I can add here the group. Okay. I can access to given to group or specific members. Now it's my concern to whom I wanna give. Now I'll select the member. See CASD one. So I will give CASD one with a full permission. Okay. Now I have added here. Now role is what? Contributor. Who is the member? CASD users. That means whoever the part of CASD users one group, he can access the resource of CASD 01 resources. Okay. So now I'll go next. So now it's clearly mentioning contributor role. Who is the member? CASD1 all users. Okay. Now review and assign. Now you can see the role has been added. Even you can check the, view my access, check the access. So when I click here CASD1 users, you can see he is a contributor role. Earlier it was not there, right? Now you have a contributor role. Now what we have done, we have given CASD1 resource group with a CASD user ones users contributor. Now who is the part and parcel of CASD users one? That is Tanya, right? She can access now CASD 01 thing. Okay. So he has a full rights on that. Now she can access the CASD 01 resource group. Okay. Similar to that, I will also go and touch in CASD 02. CASD 02. Okay, sorry, not here. Resource group. I'll go to CASD 02 and again I'll go to IAM. Here again, when I see the check access for CASD 02 user, is there any privileges? You can just check it. Right now, there is no role assigned. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I want to role assignments, or you can role. I want to add a, let's say, okay, contributor role. Not from here, just something like add a role assignment. Privilege administrator like owner. For CASD user, I am giving some owner privileges. Okay. Now, who are the members for this? It's something like CASD users. Okay, sorry. CASD user select. Now, go next and see. You allow users to only assign roles specified. It is giving some warning me. It is actually warning. So you can select this or you can select. Okay, you can recommend this. So I'm going with whatever the recommendation is coming. So instead of giving the administrator owner with about some less privileges. Okay, no assign. So now we have added both the roles. Now if Tanya logged into the thing, if she selects the resource group, she can only see CASD 01. She cannot see these three. If I log in, of course I am the global administrator, so I can able to all these three. Let's say Afzal is a part and parcel of a CASD 02. Then he can only see this particular CASD 02. He cannot see CASD 01 and all other things, right? So no worries. I will give a request to all as I request each and every individual to share their email IDs. So no worries about that. I will add all to this particular group so that you people can access this particular portal for at least another 10 days. Okay, this is valid for another 10 days, so you people can access this portal. Okay. Now the question is something like I created a resource group, I created this particular users, and I have given the things. Now, what is the purpose of giving this? Because when you are configuring Sentinel, you require to give a different configuration roles. Like there's a contributor, Sentinel reader, Sentinel contributor, playbook reader, playbook creator, like worksheet. There are a lot many. I will discuss about the all the roles and responsibilities of Sentinel and all that. So for that, I'm just wanna make you people easily understandable. So how to create the group, and it is a minimum requirement. Okay, for that because we need to create the things and all. We need to create a VM, we need to create a Sentinel workspace and all, right? So for that all, we need to understand what is resource group and what is user. So I hope this is understood, right? It's very simple process. Those who are already worked in something like Active Directory kind of stuff, it is very easy for them. Otherwise, just you just play with these two, resource group and enter ID as of now. So we as of now we understood about subscription, resource group and enter ID. That's it. Okay, and we have just shared, I mean, we have assigned some roles to this particular thing. And if you want to understand about the roles in a deeper standard and all, then there is something called AZ900 that you can learn that I mean, basics of cloud and all that. So you can learn from Microsoft portal. So you can see the permissions and groups and what kind of different roles that you have and all that you can come to. Okay. So now the concern is this is all about your I mean, Azure portal, how to create and all. So now we created a user who can access the various resource group here. Now inside the resource group also we can create, let's say I want to create a VM in a CASD02, let's say. So I can create a VM from here. Create. Now when I click create, it will give you all the marketplace. What you want to create. So it will come to the create. So I will select, let's say VM. VM. See. When I click a VM, so it is given, see, what kind of VM, virtual machine, Azure Arc, virtual machine, so free account virtual machine. So there are so many options come. So I'll go with a basic thing of virtual machine. I want to just go with the first basic virtual machine, and I want to plan go with a virtual machine. Okay, so create it. Now it is asking virtual machine name. Let's say it is Windows, right? So I'm giving something like Windows. Now availability zone, it is asking, okay, availability zone, whatever the thing it is selecting self-selected zone. I'm not disturbing all this, and it is asking me with a free eligible service. I don't want to go with a paid one, so I want to go with a free eligible services. So there is something called Ubuntu 2024. See, free serviceable is there, so I'm going with this. And here is also some free eligibility is there. Okay. So sometimes it is showing said that this size is currently not available in the East US. Okay, so you can change the this to, let's say, West US. So now you got it. It's available in your West US. So sometimes if it is freeware is not available in this particular area, right? You can change the region so that you can get it. And now with what user that you wanna, I mean, enable hibernation. I don't wanna do all this, but I wanna go with a password login. So the password I wanna give something like admin at 123. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. Uh, contain number hyphen and underscores.
Username should not have this at the rate
Oh,
after.
sorry. It's username, right? Sorry. I'll give something like admin. Okay. Uh, let's say it is. Let's say Vishnu. I'm giving a user called Vishnu, and the password is something called admin at 123. Okay. Oh, there are
No,
some
it
conditions.
should be
Yeah.
it should be
Minimum.
dual characters.
Yeah. It is a 12 character. So I'm giving something like this. Right. Now it's matched. So as it is, you know, as it is Ubuntu machine. allowing the port called SSH22 and review and create. Okay. Now once it is created, it will create in your CASD group. Okay. And you will be given with some IP as well as some see, final validation is under process. We require this particular thing because we will forward the logs from this particular machine to our Sentinel. That's why I'm creating all these things. And followed by even we understood how to create this particular machine and all. So it's passed. Now everything is we come to know, and the IP is on the range of 10 series for your private, and you will get a public IP also. We will log in with that. Okay, don't worry. Now it's going to create. It is initiated the deployment. It will take fewer time, at least around 3 to 5 minutes to get enable this particular virtual machine. Okay. Once it is created, we can even access from our base machine. I will show you. We will get a IP of that particular machine and all. Once it is deployed, you can able to see the machine event. So it's under deployment. You can also create a Windows machine also along with this. Let's see, it's on almost under progress, and you will get the details about this particular mission. So it's creating this particular version, and it's not mandatory to stay back here. You can go back to your work. You can do. You can check in this particular CASD V2. You start get some uh, some content over here. Okay, you can see the resources and all. See, you start creating some things over here. The resources. Okay. And if you want to access that particular VM, so you just click on VMs. So virtual machines, you go here, see the machine is ready, but the name I have given is Windows, but however it is a Linux machine. I can rename that, it's not a big deal. So you got these things, right? And you got some IP and all. See, this is a public IP. So by using this, even I can able to access now because I created just now, right? So I can go to my see SSH, the user called Vishnu, right? At the rate this IP. Paste anyway. Let's say SSH root, sorry, VISHNU at the rate. See, I got the access. Now when I go yes, it's asking me the password. So the password is something like this. See, okay, what is the password that I have given? Yes, you can see here. The machine name is Windows, right? And the user is ready, and you can see this is logging into your Azure machine. Okay, right? So you can go ahead if you want to go ahead with some, commands and all, and you can check the details, right? Cat sleep slash etc or slash proc CPU info. See, it is Intel 2673, a one core processor, number of processor one. Even you can check here the same. See, right? One core processor and RAM. Of course, you can see here 3 minus G C. Okay, 3. So you can see here it's around this much of 1 GB. So it is giving something like this. Use free and this much is available. right? So it is very well come to know that we have even created a mission and you can able to see this. Similar to this, you can even create a, you can connect from here also, connect, see, native SSH. So it will see, you can copy and go ahead, or you can go with the SSH, Azure SSH, you can connect from here, okay? So from here also you can connect. It's good. It will take some time because the first time it's happening, right? It will going for some, yes, I understood, configure to connect, okay? It's getting connected. You will get a session here itself if you're selecting from here. So the machine is ready, right? So this is how even this particular machine access also you can give to the specific people like I am. So you can assign the people to various people at various level, right? So all those things possible. So you can do that. This time it will be very fast because the validation part was already completed, right? So now it will get connected. It will get on the bottom sometime. That if you are connecting over a bastion, otherwise you can get it here itself. Yes, see, you got the machine itself here on the bottom. Bash. See, it's getting connected. Yeah. This is Cloud Shell, we can consider to be. So the same machine is getting connected over here, and all the machines will be, the new sessions will be started. Like you can do all the stuff. Okay. Yes, now connected. See, Satvik is now connected. Yeah. Yes, Bash. Yes, you can see here. Satvik Suppala on Microsoft at the red Windows mission. That Windows is, of course, they have given mistakenly the name of Windows, so it was taken. However, it is a Ubuntu mission, right? So this is how we can connect over local machine and your native SSH, all these things. Okay. So this is something like one IP with a one public IP that you have been assigned. Okay. So right now I'm just going to stop shut this because if I keep it on, what happens? Okay. Um, I'll do one thing. I'll shut down this. I will re-enable whenever I require. Okay. 20.57.137.234. Yes, sudo su and init is 0. That's it. I shut it because I don't require. If I keep it on, it will consume my this particular amount of money, right? I have some 16,700 with me, right? That will be get consumed. So I don't want to keep it. So just I want to show you that it's done. One machine is ready, and you can rename the this particular Windows machine name and all. It's not a big deal. Then later I can create one more VM, right? I can create like I'll create a real Windows machine right now. Like this time I'll create in CAST01. Okay. Earlier I created, right? It's a Windows machine, right? That's a Windows 10, Win 10. Availability zone automatically gets selected. Availability zone. This time rather than selecting win image, this one I want to select something like C. A free, and let's say it is not again available in this particular this thing. So rather than that, I want to go with other, sorry, other West, West used to. where I may get the free. Okay. Yes, I got a free eligibility. Right. Again, the password. The user, let's say again Vishnu. I'm using the same user, and the password is something like, right. Right. So as this is wind, oh sorry, what happened? Yeah. Uh, this one done, Windows 2022. Okay. Then the username password and the RDP is also done. So just I wanna just select review and create. So there are a lot many, it is clearly mentioning that, oh my God, it's costing a lot. So I don't wanna do this. It's per hour, it's costing 11. I don't wanna use this. Hmm, there is something, I'll take something like Windows 10. Okay, right? I'll use this. Okay. If there is some validation I have to give, it's asking some. Let's say it's asking some, let's say, because this is a free version, so I'm gonna use this. Right, it's costing me 1.16 by 16 rupee per hour. That is 1 rupee 16 paisa per hour. Okay, so it will create again. I'll get a one more that particular thing. So IP address. Then through that I can log in into my. So this time where it will get created in the resource group of CSD1. You can see here. Now when you refresh, you will start getting some. It's under process, right? So it will get created with some content. It's under process. Once the deployment is done, then you can able to see that particular things. Okay. Yeah. See mission IP and all that's ready, right? So you can just click on it. You can able to go to. Similarly, you can go to CASD02 also. There also there's a Windows machine is ready. See. Of course, this is a Linux machine. I have given the wrong name, right? This is a Linux machine. But whereas in a CSD01, you can see there is a Windows 10, Win 10 machine, right? So of course the Windows 22 name has been given like that, okay? So now you can connect over this particular public IP. So I can use this MSTSC, right? See, even you can download this, right, from Connect area. You can download this RDP. You can download the RDP file. See, it's downloaded. You just double click. I don't want to connect through Bastion, so rather than that, I want to connect it over RDP. Connect. See, it's getting initialized. It will take some time as it's a first attempt. Yeah, it was asked with some username and password. So just I'm giving, right? Now you will get the RDP link. Say yes. This will give you a page of Windows machine. That is Windows 2022, I hope. Yes. See, the machine is ready. Of course, it is with a one gig of RAM and 1 gig of processor, so it will be something like very less. So you can able to see that there is a Windows machine because we need to forward the logs from this location. That's why I'm creating this particular resources as well. Okay, so you are able to see both the things in a one go. Now, because we are creating the environment of an organization, right? So, we have a Windows machine, we have a Linux machine right now. Got it? So, similar to that, we can create firewalls and all in the same area, and you can create and you can integrate those things. That's not a big deal, but the procedure remains same. We don't have that time to create all those things. From the marketplace, you can go and search various free versions that you have. You can just go to, just click on the marketplace here. You can see there is something known as, you can just click market or all resources. Then you can see all the resources here. And if you want to go to your marketplace, just simply click on marketplace. So you will go to the marketplace, whatever you want. Let's say you want to enable a FI load balancer or something, let's say firewall. So I'll get all firewall related services over here. So there are these many services are available. So some are free, some are, the Azure firewall, maybe it's free. Some are costing this condition like the C. So you can enable all those things, whatever you want. Okay, open sense, like, so FortiGate, Cisco, that is secure firewalls, Barracuda. So you can see all these are available. You can use any of this and see. It's free of cost, almost like 0.833 rupees for 3 years, 5.89 Arista. So there's a FortiGate, Fortinet, next gen firewall, WAF. There are lot many things are there. So you can enable. So some of them are free. See, this is free. This is free because there is nothing like over here, right? This is free. Qualys firewall appliance, it's a free. So you can create WAF and you can get an access. So you are creating the virtual machine of what? Qualys. You are creating a Qualys virtual machine and it costs you, it's free service eligible, and but in this particular Eastern US is not there, so I'm giving something like Qualys firewall. Okay, they're required to be spaced, give something like firewall, right? Right, as a user, I want to go with the password. Here is something like again Vishnu because I want to keep only one password and one this thing so that I can remember, right? And the selected port is 22, of course. If you want create. So even I'm creating a firewall also. So everything is getting, connected with this, okay? So over the period of time, what you are going to get is something like, you have your entire, resources in this particular cloud. Now what we need to do, we need to simply, utilize these services in the cloud, right? This is what our config, because these whatever we are configuring, this is actually, it should come over through what? It is in on-premise. It should be actually on-premises, but we are using the access of what? We are using the access of cloud, and we are creating all these services. Okay. So we are creating, we have created this particular thing, right? we have right now created all the things, right? We have created for one VM, one Windows VM, one Linux VM, one firewall. So like you can create so many things which will give you organization structure. Now the question is, now I need to monitor all this. Now all the security concern is all about to monitor what is happening with these particular systems, what is happening with Windows, what is happening with Linux, what is happening with firewall, what kind of traffic it's generating. Now this is what our scope of action, right, as SOC people. So we are here to identify the suspicious of this particular logs. So how can we manage that? Again, for that we will create what? We will create a Sentinel service. We will create a Sentinel service. Okay. So that we will tomorrow we will discuss about Sentinel again. What is Sentinel? How, and along with that we will create a this particular application. We will create a law and we will understand about Sentinel as well, and followed by we will also create a Sentinel app, and I will show you the first page of Sentinel in tomorrow's session. So in today's session, what we have understood, we have created groups, we have created users, and even we have understood IAM user activity, that is access management to one group to one users or one user of groups. Then followed by we created VMs like Windows, Linux, and Police Firewall. It's very simple. There is nothing like you need to click next, next, next. Okay, that's it. Basically, there is no, if you know this particular marketplace and what you need to search and all, right? Whatever in your mind. Let's say I want a load balancer. I'll simply click here also directly. Or the best place is to go to marketplace and search here load balancer, simply load balancer. See. Then I'll get some various organization load balancers. See, global load balancer, progressive load balancer, JevNet, Scala, Nginx. So application gateway container, and not only this, there is something called FI load balancer is also there. You can see all together. This is the only one that you are seeing, right? Over and over, there are there are a lot many, and FI and all are also available. Okay. So this is all about your marketplace. Let's say you want to create some application server. So you can create, let's say, Tomcat. You can search, you will get a Tomcat server, web application. So Tomcat, Apache Tomcat, Apache Tomcat. These many versions are available. So in Apache Tomcat itself, there are those so many, right? So let's say I want to create, let's say, web server IAS. So just type it IAS, whatever you know, just type it. See IAS on Windows 2022. So it's giving an option, right? So what you want, you just simply throw here, you will get that particular thing on the market, right? But you have to identify with your, at least let's say I want a SQL server. Let's say PGSQL, PGSQL. See, Postgres database. Let's say I want to enable Oracle. Just I'll type Oracle. I'll get all the Oracle possible, see, databases. These many databases that you can create. 8, 9, 12, 9. Some of are free, some of are again, if these are older version, because we are with a free license, right? So that we are getting all these things, right? 19.3, the latest version, right? WebLogics and Kubernetes. That is possible. So you can create WebLogics by using Azure Kubernetes services. Let's say I want to create a container. Let's say a web container for AD container. Let's check. Will it works? Let's say DHCP container. Let us see. No, Inflobox DDI solution is giving a container of Inflobox. This is the DDI solution. DHCP, DNS, and IPAM services. This is something else. There's nothing like, yeah, maybe there is a one Docker services with some virtual rancher OS. I don't know. Maybe it may be providing some DHCP kind of stuff. We need to read. When you click, you can understand about what it will do. Yeah, it has such as UDEV, DHCP console. It's providing some services by using Rancher OS, and it's providing some DHCP service. That's why it comes up, right? So you can identify whatever you want in this particular marketplace, right? Let's say,
Sir, one question.
yeah, Shubham.
Yeah, it's just that we are migrating from on-premise instead for taking a Fortinet firewall, but instead of taking here, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, like, but what is the scope? Like, we were protecting our VM that we created with the firewall.
No, no, no. Through that particular firewall. That firewall is what actually. So the VM which you are creating, right? That is only like an appliance. You are placing a mission over there. That VM is like a mission, and now you have your networks, right? Now you have your internal networks. I will show you the network, your network setup over here. Let's say there is a. Let's say I'll create a CSD2. There is a network has been created. If you see here, VNet, Windows VNet is there, right? So this VNet has 10 series of IP, I think, see, 10 series of range, right? Now this is your internal. So you can create as an internal. Then there is another CASD01 is there. This is also having the same series maybe. It is having some another 10 series. This is one series. This is another network. See, 10.1 series. So whatever you create over here, right, in this particular group CASD01, it will all come with a 10.1.0.0. That is 10.0.0.0. Now the question comes, these two are two different networks. So now I want to communicate between 10.0.0.0 to 10.1.0.0. Now how it will be possible? It will be possible through either a firewall or a router. I need to enable a router now. Let's say if I want a router which communicates between CASD01 to CASD02, two different networks. So I'll place a access control mechanism like a firewall or like this one, right? So which will give me a good understanding of what is what. So I hope this firewall I kept it in which group, I don't know. It is nowhere in the group. I think this is separate mission itself. It is in which resource group that I need to check. Mm, service itself, but where I have created this, I forget. Let me check in the resource groups. This is a separate resource group itself. See, this is a separate resource group itself. Firewall group is there, right? So it has its own another network. See, 10 dot. It comes under 1 dot series. Okay, and CSD02 is under 0 series. See. So you can configure now this and this is in a same group. CSD01 and this one is a one same group, and this resource group will give you all will give you all the network activities. How many networks that has been configured and all that you can watch it from this one network watcher. So later you can configure your 10.0.0.0 and 10.1.0.0 all with this particular firewall group. It will start connecting. Okay. Right. So this is an example just because we are not here to manage this particular. This is not our scope. This is only to understand how to create a resource group and how to create a your organization basically. This is not our scope. What is our scope? The logs which is generated by these missions, that we are going to monitor. So for that purpose only I am creating this particular missions, and the Azure administrators, Azure VMware administrators, network administrator. So of course there are so many again network team, administration team. So there is a storage team is also there. You can create your file server and create your storage, and there's a data lake, data storage area. Everything is available that you can attach and you can use those things, right? So those things can be managed by again administrators, but the activity which is happening over here, those will be collected by us. That is through Sentinel, right? So those things that we will see in a tomorrow session. Okay. Thank you so much. That's all for the day. If you have any doubts, just let me know. Otherwise, we'll meet on tomorrow session. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.